Brett Hickey. I work for Brady West Incorporated, and I'm the Assistant Chief Estimator. As the Assistant Chief Estimator at Brady West, I help assign bids, I help researching bids, I deal directly with our Vice President of Estimating, training to hopefully take over that position one day. First thing when I usually get here, I try my best to go around and talk to people, say good morning, check in, see how everyone's doing. Then I usually get into my typical duties, I check my emails. If I have project management stuff, that's usually what I focus on first so I can get that out of the way, because I don't like to jump from estimating to project management. Most of my day is spent talking with people, unless I have estimating to do, then I'll shut my door and focus on that, and then towards the end of the day, probably check emails, and then I go home and spend time with my family. I didn't always know I wanted to be in construction, but it's been in my family since, my dad he worked at a general contractor. So that's when I started working for them when I was fresh out of high school. Then I switched and went motorcycles, and then I ended up back in it. It just was something that I kind of gravitated to over time. My mom didn't work, my brother's in insurance, my sister is actually in her own world in a construction industry, more residential. I think the best part about working here is the fact that we do have freedom. It's still a family-oriented company. We have the option to, take care of personal needs as they come up, and that's one of the best parts about working here. I've been with Brady West for 9 years. I keep coming back for the thrill of winning projects. The chase is what keeps me driven. We don't win projects every day, so chasing them is kind of what I enjoy. And then after that, managing them, and I still tend to lean towards the estimating, so I enjoy the chase of that. Then I have to change focus and think about the project management side of chasing the profitability, making money. That's the other chase, so that keeps me coming back. I feel like people don't quite understand that you can have a real career in construction. I think everyone thinks that construction is just building. I don't know if everyone sees the opportunity that you can have if you make it to the office side, or you can actually have a really good career in the field as well. It's just hard work. There's a lot that goes into it, a lot of effort, a lot of time. A lot of people don't see the time that you have to put in. For an estimating position, there's a lot of long hours. So I started at 5 a.m. this morning, probably worked till 6 today, but got to get the job done. So putting in the hard work, you get rewarded for that. So that's kind of what I like the most about this, and what I want people to know is that hard work actually does pay off. People see that, and you can actually make a really good living in this. I think one of the things that makes me feel safest around here is that the family-oriented aspect of this company. If anything happens, whether that's with my family, extended family, I always feel that I have a place here, even if I have to take care of stuff outside of work. It's not like I feel like if something came up and I had to leave, for example, yesterday, my wife had to go to the hospital because of the baby. All I had to do was send a text to Rick, and he let me go. No problem, no questions asked. It's not like I felt like I was gonna get fired when I came back, so. I would say to not think of it as just construction where you're working in the field and it's hard manual labor. There's a lot more opportunity to it once you get into it, you put in some hard work. People will reward you for that. It just takes a little bit of time. Have a little bit of patience. Don't come in and expect to, jump the ladder in the first month. It takes time to learn what we do, and hard work pays off in this industry.